Alright, it looks like I'm live, so I just need to get over to YouTube so I can see things the way that everybody else is going to see them. Hi, Artie Jar. We're just going to do a little summer glue booking. Just a little. So I got this, I'm not sure how long I've had it. This little guide to Bishop came in the mail, and with it came this postcard of some place called Tropical Falls. And isn't that just pretty? So I thought we might use that today. And there's a couple of things in there maybe that we can use. I'm just waiting for this to come up on my screen. And then I'll be in there and we'll get to gluing. All right. Come on, you can move a little faster, computer. Okay. I just restarted it too. I think it would be a wee bit faster. Here we go. And I was lurking in Rosemary's stream, so probably I'm gonna need to mute the volume. Hey Jeannie, how you doing? Was more listening than anything else because I was doing other things trying to. Hi Christine. Hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. So let's see about adjusting this just a smidge. That looks like about the whole page. Yeah. Let's move that out of the way. Here's a glue stick. Your guess is as good as mine as to where all the other glue went. Okay, here is a pair of scissors. And here's our other glue bottle. So we've got some stuff to work with. Yay! Thanks, Artie Dar. How's the eye? How's the recovery going? Okay. So I'm not really keen on fishing, but it is a summer activity. So that's a nice outside picture. And there's somebody's main street in downtown Bishop, North 395. Hey Janice, how you doing? I saw you guys hanging out in Rosemary's. I was just lurking while I was working. I didn't think my tablet was charged, so I didn't take you out to the garage. And then I came back and I had put it on the charger and found out it was indeed charged. It was just turned off. And I don't know how it got turned off because I did not do that. I suspect Mike might have done it. He doesn't like my alarm. And I think his is super, super obnoxious, so we're about even there. I don't like Reveille. I don't like listening to it. And he thinks my harps are offensive somehow. I don't get it. Because mine is at least not blasting in your face. But I was probably gone one day and that was how he thought to turn it off. Which is all fine and dandy. just tearing out pictures out of this. I think we'll try and make our whole collage out of that postcard and images from this travel book. How about that? You a little tired? Well, it's late where you are. We're still only like 8 o'clock. And I am the Roadrunners. I had a lot of Roadrunners when I lived in Arizona. They were all over the place. Death Valley, I worked there. That's Zabriskie Point. I'll have to include that, right? Well, there's a Alabama Hills Arch. I'm not big on horse stuff, so we don't need any horsey things. I don't think so. There's a pretty nice little old building. Oh, there's a nice field of wildflowers. And then there's a spa, hot springs. That's Keogh Hot Springs. And some wildflowers. You gotta love the desert for its wildflowers. They are beautiful. Okay, so that's all garbage. Recycle, I should say. And this is all stuff we'll use for today. Yay, I'm glad. Free concert, always awesome. What kind of music? They used to do those at the railroad park in North Scottsdale. We never did get to go. Always had to work. They had jazz and bluegrass, and a little bit of everything. That is an awesome thing to do. Congratulations on your fun activity. I love it. Okay. So we're just cutting some things out. And we can decide what we want to use and what we don't give a darn about. Or what we might save till later, because some of it could be saved till later. I just thought since I had that, it was just hanging out on my desk, and I have no idea, honestly, how long it's been. It could be since last year, honestly. And, well, that's a little wonky, isn't it? All right, let's see if I can fix that up some. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Let's see. This is all wonky, so let me try and trim it up with a trimmer. You know, I'm trying to use all images out of this travel magazine just because I don't want to have to break out the envelope, right? There's a little bit of me that's feeling a little lazy today. Do, 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 do. I'm just enjoying watching Rosemary and all the jokes about the mushroom. That's a little funny. Okay. This is a picture of the hot springs in Keogh. They're a little commercial, but hot springs are hot springs. They're very nice. Okay. Oh, nice. Artie Dar gets out to see all the things, right? Okay, we're gonna have to cut at least the one edge on this because I got a little crazy. Get it out of the little book. Can you believe it's the middle of the week and the end of the month already? Where does the time go? There's a nice little picture. I was watching her today earlier. What was she doing? Mermaid Journal, I think. Was that her? I didn't write down what she was doing. Trying to think. I watched. No, that was somebody else. You were dancing. That's okay. You just get caught up in the music, right? That's awesome. We're going to leave that torn edge because it's probably going to get covered up anyway. Maybe she was the Mermaid Journal. I don't. Whoever did the Mermaid Journal. Let me look at who I looked at today. Yeah, I think it was Pink Girly who was possibly doing the. I've been catching up on some back videos, but you know, sometimes I'll watch one that's more recent just to see what's. She might have even been live while she was doing it. I thought it was a video, though. I'm not sure. I mostly just lurk, so. Let's see. What's going on with you? Oh, I don't have myself on live chat. Shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay, Janie, you drive careful and be safe out there. We'll try and keep you company, but we can't keep you safe. Our thoughts are with you, though. Little road runner. I think I'm going to cut that down a little smaller, though, because I don't think we need all of that. So let's just snip that right off there. It's sort of straight. All right, so we got some lakes from Bishop's Creek Canyon. Very pretty pictures. Those are nice. This looks like it would be a great place to visit and do some camping and a little sightseeing and take some pictures. It's very scenic. I like smaller out of the way places myself. Because you know I'm not a fan of lots of people in one place. It's too much for my senses. It's a good question. I think it's in Arizona, to be honest with you. Let me see if I didn't cut up the cover. Let's see. It's in here. We've got a map. It's actually in California. So here's San Francisco, Sacramento, Tahoe. There's Bishop. So it's in Los Angeles is down here. Oops, sorry. You can't even see that, can you? It's right there. So San Francisco's over here. Los Angeles, San Diego, Lake Tahoe, Bishop's right up in here. But it looks like it has similar terrain to northern Arizona. near the border in Eastern California. About the middle of the state. That's golf. I don't care about golf. Don't care about the golf. Yeah, higher elevations. It's still a desert, but it's the high desert. So the rain and the temperatures are always different. You get more of a contrast between day and night in the high desert too, usually. Now this is a golf course, but I like there's a little water feature, and so it looks just like a landscape with a lake on it. That glares. If I don't have the glare, then you guys can't see as well. One of these days I'm going to get a decent light in here. Okay. Let's see. So how was everybody's weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. I tried to get on Sunday, but the boys were supposed to be here until Monday, and they got picked up on Sunday afternoon. So we wound up going to run some errands. And then on Monday, I don't usually go live anyway, but we went out to Winco and stuff. And an hour and a half, 3 quick errands trip turned into like a 4-hour odyssey. And I was exhausted, so I didn't do a makeup live. Yeah, there's a lot of nice places up. There's Prescott, and get up towards the Grand Canyon. There's Williams and the reservation, the Navajo reservation's up there. And part of it's down in the Grand Canyon. I probably don't need that, but that's kind of nice. Janice, oh, you did your 12 of 22. Has it already posted and I just haven't seen it? Yay. So how do you feel about Shabby Chic now that you're all done? I enjoyed making one once I got, figured out how I was going to do it so that it still reflected my kind of style, Still not a fan, but you tried it, and that's what matters, right? It's not like you got to do it again. The theme only comes up once. And there are lots of people doing it already, so it's not like we don't need to jump on board. I wouldn't necessarily jump for joy to make another one, but I feel a little more comfortable with it after that. And I tried out some things I haven't done in a while, and it was a whole new size for me, And I've been enjoying upcycling things to create. Let me just use the paper trimmer on this one. I really kind of did a number on it. right, and we have a little bit of a torn corner there too, but probably it'll get covered up anyway, so no problem. Well, we're halfway through the year, so I don't know. I asked her what it was, and she wouldn't tell me. I was kind of hoping to get a sneak preview, you know? No, she wouldn't have none of that shit. It's just like, no, I'm not doing it. So I had to start my Etsy color for this month, and then I'm backing it up with the Etsy color for next month. I still have, outside of those two colors, I still have to finish the coffee dye. And then I have 3 other colors to do. So we're getting close. It's almost the end of the month. I'm doing this now because this is shiny and I want to give it a chance to dry. And I think we're going to have to pull some stuff. I don't think there's going to be quite enough, although I could be wrong. I'm willing to leave some background. So I was outside cleaning off the racks from the fuchsia. Oh my God, fuchsia everywhere. The towels are pink, the permanent stains. It's not going to cause any cross-contamination, but like everything is pink now, pink. Yeah, she wouldn't tell me, but we only have a few more days to find out. I try to get a sneaky peeky if I can, but she's holding that one. I asked her if I was going to like it, and she said no, so Lord only knows. So I washed the racks off, and I was out there, and Mike had to set up the hose for me. He was being very nice about it. And he put this fixture on there that only worked some of the time. Like it has a, it's a multi-sprayer head that has a really high, like almost power washer level spray for one of the choices. But the off on it doesn't always work. So I was out there, I'm on like rack 3 of 4 because it's the small racks. I'm using the small side. I'm doing the coffee and tea on the bigger side. And I'm like halfway through the 3rd rack, and like I said, I called out, it won't shut off, so I can't put it down and go shut the water off because the chances are it's going to just flip over and spray me or spray them. Mike stands up, and he said, well, did you turn it off? So I held it up to show that I'm flipping the thing on and off. Janice, believe me, I just finished. Hi, Julie. I believe I saw you in Elsa's live today. Welcome, welcome. Somebody's like giving me questions about it. I'm like, it's an on-off switch. It works or it doesn't. But as I'm trying to demonstrate that, no, I'm pushing it all the way back and it's not turning off. The spray is kind of getting a little crazy, and it's, spraying a little bit up the wall and towards the back of the porch and stuff. And so I thought he would just go over and turn off the water, and that would be that, right? And I could switch out the head for a metal one that if you're not squeezing it, it doesn't spray. But what he says to me is, well, stop spraying the yard. Yes, I am Hags Hollow, Darkwood Sanctuary. My name is Amy, if you like, but I don't mind being called Hags at all. A lot of people do. Yeah, and some of you heard the story this morning, and all at once in my head, all these thoughts came bubbling out. Stop spraying the yard. What the fuck did you say to me? Like, how do I stop spraying? It won't shut off. And I think what he meant was, stop spraying up the wall because he was worried it was going to spray into the neighbor's yard. But in the moment, that's all he said was, stop spraying. I can't if I back up and try and shut off the water. I was like, do I spray over the fence then? Like, what if I spray the neighbor? Because right behind us, a guy sits out and has tea all the time. I maybe not explain. It was hilarious. And then we were sitting outside laughing about it later. And Mike came out and he's like, what's so funny? And we're like, we're laughing at you. At the thing he said, not at him specifically. And he was very defensive about it. And I wasn't trying to say, wasn't mocking him. It was a funny thing to say. Like, I can't control the water. You're by the off switch. If I turn around to go turn the water off, I'm going to spray you guys, Don't stop spraying the yard. Oh my God. So now every now and then I'll just walk past Els and go, hey, stop spraying the yard. And then we burst into laughter. Just things people pop off with, Well, if it was that simple, I wouldn't be spraying the yard. I did get the racks clean. We got the thing changed out. And then Mike had me leave it set up because he was going to clean the fish tank next. And then he had a fish tank snafu, and we wound up with a whole new fish tank. Meanwhile, Elle's just watching it all happen on her phone, playing a game. And so we went, Mr. Fish, who is big and fat and happy, by the way, and Mr. Chocolate moved from a 37-gallon tank, which is pretty hefty, and to a 55-gallon tank, which is it's longer and I think a little bit taller. Okay, so that's the postcard, which I like. It's very pretty. In this dark spot over here, I'm imagining something creepy going on, just so that, I can always keep it a little bit creepy. Well, we think if the rate we're going with bigger fish tanks, he's going to be 2 giant fillets of fish when he dies. We're going to have a fish fry. Okay. So I'm keeping that because it's a summer activity. Is that I need to... So we're going to work on this side first, I think. I don't know. Let me see if I can move my computer over a little bit, maybe. Don't unplug the... Okay, now let's see if we can tilt that a little bit so you can see. And then I'll see if I can... I'm trying to... Is that too much glare for you guys? Can you mostly see what's happening? Still tiny Sasquatch back there in the background. So let's see. I don't want to cover up too much of that, but I do want to put a couple of pictures over here just to kind of round it out, So let's look at what we've got going on. We can space those out. That one looks almost like a skull, huh? Okay, we've got a little roadrunner, which does not go with the waterfall. That needs to go over here. Pretty sure. So, and then Alice decided we were going to watch a movie. Mike had to go pick up some prints for her. This is yesterday now. We've moved past Sunday. Oh, thank you. This is my summer glue book that we made. And I think we've only worked in it once. When I've got this spread done, I made it from upcycled things. We made it live, and everybody had some input on the making of it. Here's like a little fair thing, one of those rides that swings you around in the air, and the Ferris wheel over here. So, yeah, I like to build them live if I can. Ladies, do you have a preference? I still have some prep work to do for the Halloween glue books. I need to glue and gesso some things. Would you rather start on this upcoming Sunday or this upcoming Friday? It's cool. Those pale bony critters that sort of half crawl around. Do they live in the desert? I don't think I want I think I want a more square image right there. We may have to cut something into a square. Because I don't want... Let's make this one a little bit more square, and then we'll put it up there. You're welcome. Glad I could help out, Janice. So yesterday, trip to Winco. Yesterday was Winco and Walmart. Walmart for a couple of things. Soda, I think, and Fabri-Tac. Elle's on the prowl for Fabri-Tac. All right, I think I like that a little better. I don't want two of the same size picture basically across from one another. I don't know why, but it does, aesthetically speaking, it does not agree with me. Okay. Maybe we want to do that. No, that's two pictures the same size right next to each other again. What are you doing, Amy? Okay, we can take a little bit off this one, though, because there's a lot of open space on that side. Mostly in the woods. Pale, bony creatures in the woods. Nothing is springing to mind for me, and you think it would because that sounds a little creepy. Pale, bony creatures. All right. So they're like that. Okay, let's do that. And then that. We may even, because these are both nice blues, we get a little more turquoisey over here, and then we got a deeper, darker blue over here from the what did we use on this? We used some paints. We used some alcohol inks. We just smooshed it everywhere. Windigo. I'm thinking she's thinking of a real Windigo. Yeah, that's in the desert though, not normally in the... It's kind of in the high desert, so it's sort of woody, but not really. And it's kind of Mexican origin, so you see it in the desert southwest, and as you get closer to Mexico, you hear more about Wendigos. I think this is a good amount. So look, ladies, do we like the composition? We didn't use these flowers. The golf course picture that you can't really tell it's a golf course. This mountains and prairie. That's the high desert right there. But I think we're maybe, hold on. How kind of... No, because then you lose some of the effect. Okay, I'm going to cut a little bit off the side of this one. Because there's a little, whoops. Getting carried away over here. There's a little dock over here. And I want to see that a little bit better. So I think we're going to leave those, we'll add those pictures to our envelope. Did you guys say anything about preference for day on starting working on those Halloween journals? Should we do it a longer session Friday, hanging in the hollow, and then work on them some more on Sunday? Because that gives me a couple days to do a little bit of gessoing. Yeah, I like that better. Oh, no, don't move, because we're going to have to take a picture of this. Never remember. Okay, and that way we can just barely have... We can actually even not have any overlap. We'll just pull that over a little bit. So that picture does not overlap with that one. I'll cut some off this side because there's nothing of too much interest over there. Except that I just made that crooked. So back to the cutting board. Or we can make all things straight again. But yeah, it's kind of a werewolf style creature, but more, I think, more lean. Okay, so do we want to, yeah, I think, so I think like that. I think that's how I want it. Okay, oh, obviously everything's a little bit crooked, but yeah, I think I like that. I'm gonna get a picture of it with my where's my, oh, over here. Oh, I'm all reaching under the desk. Where's my tablet? Uh-oh. I did something bad at Paperback Swap. Hold on, you guys. I think they suspended my account because I didn't see a notification. I hate it when they do that. I haven't been online on here on the tablet since whenever it got shut off. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so I just have to log back in and say yes to send me books again. Okay. What book did I miss? Oh, I wonder if that's still available. Oh, hold on, you guys. We're doing a little side trip. That's fun though, right? Hiking. We got a little carnival. There's a dude fishing with his kids. We get a nice waterfall, maybe a little Wendigo action up in there. Maybe it's a portal to another dimension. I know, because right there it's just really dark all of a sudden, you know. Could be just behind a waterfall thing. Log me in. I know. I'm back and ready to swap. I was a dork. No, show me the book I missed. Is it still available? Oh, yeah. All right, so I'm going to leave that right there. I'll do that after. Because I got to buy a credit to do that. Turn off YouTube. No. And bring up the camera. Get your focus back, woman. Okay, so zoom out. Because you know me, I'll forget exactly the position everything was in. I'll be like, what was I doing? Okay, we're going to put this off to the side so I can refer to it. Perfect. It's blurry, but I get the general idea. Now we've already inked everything, so we really just have to start gluing some stuff down. Okay, let's put these ones off to the side that we're not using. And we're going to pull everything off this page and start with the other page. That way I don't just knock things into the void. Sorry, I had to go over to... It's a book I want. It's stupid, but I want it. Okay. So what do you like to do at the fair, Janice? Are you a games person, or do you like looking at all the animal stuff? Do you like the rides? I like to go and watch people and eat food. That's totally a me thing, right? I know you're shocked. What? You eating food and watching people? Never. Okay. Do, 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 do. Okay, so this one's going to go at the bottom, and I think I want to put it first. Okay, yeah, let's do that one first. One year they did a whole bunch of like 80s stuff. So they had Morris Day and the Time and bands like that. We had such a good time. We volunteered for Stand Down in Arizona for the veterans, and we got really cheap passes. We were able to get a discount for it. And so we went a bunch of nights. We saw the Demolition Derby and a couple of the shows. Of course, we ate food, and you gotta have some fry bread, right? Okay. And then this one is next. Oh, there's two. There's the other one. Okay, so that one's going to go over here. So this one goes over here. And this one goes up here. Okay, so I think we're going to push that to the closer to the edge. Okay. Nice. A mullet. I would watch that. I would watch a mullet contest. I do like to go and see like the winners for the crafty kind of stuff too, you know, to see what kind of stuff is out there. There's always interesting things. Let's just pull that back just a tiny little bit. Okay. What if we change this up a little bit and use the skinnier picture here? So that not as much of the... I think I like that a little. No, because that's two samey pictures together. We'll go back to this way. No turning off. Oops. I pushed a button and did something. Uh-oh. Always me with the button pushing. Okay. Let's grab that paper towel and give that a little smooth down. We don't want gobs of glue. Gobs of glue is bad. Oh, there you go. That's a plan too, yeah, especially if you're walking with a cane, because some people are so inconsiderate. And it is harder to maneuver the more crowded it is, even if you're just standing on your own 2 feet. I don't like to be in big crowds of people, so I'd be in the same kind of boat with you. I do not necessarily want to be, and even less so. Elle sometimes has to walk with a cane or a walker, and sometimes with the wheelchair. So, that just makes it more. Like when we go to the fairs and the swap meets and stuff, it makes it harder to get around. And so it's that much more exhausting to, for everything you have to do. Because people do not get out of your way. You'd think they'd be courteous, but they're really not. Or they try and race around you and create more problems, Like somehow if they're just not moving at hyper speed, something's wrong, you know? Yes, and the fair is always at the hottest time of the year. So is the Ren Fair out here in the desert. You'd think it would be in September or October or something. No, the hottest part of the year. She couldn't pay me to dress up in Ren Fair garb. With all those layers. We went one time in Phoenix and it was so hot that we didn't go back. The kids were miserable and they got sunburned, and even with sunscreen. There was not really any place to sit with shade. So we never went back because of the time of year, you know. Okay, so that side is done. Pretty much, unless we decide to add something or some words. Now, let's bring back these other images. We're going to start with our big one up here in the corner. Oh, hey, Rebecca. How you doing, girl? Yeah, Else does the same thing. I've heard. I haven't been with her anywhere on an automatic scooter. She does that just in the store by herself. I'll stop to look at something for 3 seconds and she's gone. She does not have patience for your shenanigans. Like, she just wants to look at what she wants to look at. She does not wait for you. She does not tell you what part of the store she's going to be in. And she does it at like Christmas time and shit when it's busy. I would probably be that person, though. I'd be like, wee. Okay, one picture down. Next up is this one. But we got to put it, so we need this one to be over here. And it's overlapping just a little bit. So let's do this one next. It's not just that. She doesn't want to stop and look at anybody else. She has to. I love Else to death, but she's a very impatient person. She does not want to stop and look at your stuff. She just wants to do her things. So I lose her all the time in the store. That's the moral of the story. Luckily, she's taller. And she's got the odd colored hair, you know, it's very bright. So usually I can find her fairly quickly. And barring all else, I'll go look at what I want to look at, and then I'll just go wait up front for her. Some of it's competitiveness too. She doesn't. If I stop, she can get to the stuff faster and cherry pick the good stuff before I can get there to look at it. Oh, okay. Yeah. I love Else to death, but in that respect, she's extremely competitive. And will leave your ass in a heartbeat. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking how this is turning out. She's a hoot otherwise, though. And I don't take any of it too seriously. There's nothing that I need so bad that I need to run somebody over for it, so. There's always other stuff to look at. Always, always. I go out mostly for the books. And I have a few things that I keep an eye out for. I'm always looking for creepy stuff, you know that. And I do a lot more magazine stuff that she does. And, uh-oh, I lost a picture. Oh, there it is. Sorry, it was on the back. Okay, so we are getting there. So this one's going to go right down here. And that one's going to go right over there. Like that. But we do want to leave some space. Okay. We're getting close. I'm not a super huge fan of bookstores per se anymore. I like places that sell books. But bookstores are expensive. And I'd rather buy used if I can. I like to go to the thrift store and use bookstores for the randomness of it. But if I know what I'm looking for, I like to shop online to try and get a good deal. But with bookstores, Deseret Industries and Savers and Goodwill, you just never know what you're going to find. You may find stuff you never thought of at all that could be used for collage or for glue booking and stuff. So I that aspect I like very much to be able to go out and do. But if I know what I'm looking for more or less, I'll generally shop for it online and try and find a decent price. Because the chances of me happening upon that, slim to none. Okay, so we want that. And that actually goes up there a little bit. Okay. Ooh, nice. Free bins are always nice. We don't really get that here. A lot of the used bookstores here that aren't thrift store related are very expensive. I think. But it could just, I think a lot of it has to do with where we are. Also, not a lot of the selection for Vegas is not as broad as I would think. But I'm guessing most people don't come here to read books, But I have scored some really neat stuff, So the randomness of it is so fun. Okay, so we're not really leaving a little space there. I'm going to make sure there's no glue on the back of that. We don't need to glue down part of it we didn't mean to. The one that's closest to us, both the closest Savers and the closest Goodwill are priced higher because of the neighborhood they're in. And sometimes I feel like they have in employees. Like, it's not all the time, but sometimes prices will be really, really high on things where it just shouldn't be that high. And other times they're like ridiculously low. So we have to pass up on stuff all the time that we'd really like to get because the prices just aren't as good as they should be. Okay, Amy. What did you do with your... I found my glue stick. Got a couple of corners that don't want to settle down. So you know what that means. It's glue book time. It's glue stick time for you corners. Glue sticking time. Okay. Those ones we got down pretty good. All right. And that's all the things from the things. So some of the times it has to do on the employee who's doing the pricing. They just receive general guidelines. And sometimes it'll come down from corporate that they need to raise the prices on some things because the profit margin's not enough, I think. Or they're having more scrap at the end of the week. Or they're not, there's all kinds of reasons they do it. All right, so I like the composition. Well, we get a lot here of the people that scan the books. They're book resellers. They're looking for textbooks and certain books. And they are jackasses about hogging up all the space. Like, I really hate to be in there. I hate going on the weekend because that's generally when they go. Savers half off day here is Monday. And I don't like to go on a Monday because they take up the whole, and there'll be 2 or 3 of them, and they'll be blocking the whole thing deliberately. Yeah, we don't get that really here either. I know there are some places that do. We're always on the lookout for like bags of broken jewelry and stuff. Rarely see it here. Rarely. Let me find my little tub of words, you guys. See if we can't pull out a few good words here. And then we'll be done. But I think that's a good one, yeah. I think this is only our second collage in this book. I chose those pages for the blue background, but I know we did another page in here. There's our other collage, except for the cover. So we haven't done very much summer glue booking, but I'm liking it, what we're getting at so far. Okay. That's too big. We've got from All Walks of Wildlife. This one would have come from Janie. She sent me a little bag of words when she sent the those inks. Oh, here we go. Over here by where we think that little cave might be, or with that dark area. None of my grandchildren have ever been in a cave. Let's see. What do we want to do? We've got bright, maybe. We're just testing things for now. I'm happy with it, I'm happy glue booking and collaging, though, you know that. It's my favorite. Okay, we've got rooted in nature, maybe. Let's see. Get a lot of words. We've got to do a barbecue page eventually, or an outdoor, picnic kind of thing. Okay, here's a Japanese proverb. The wind howls, but the mountain still remains. So that could maybe go up here. I believe that's from Janie as well. Okay, we're in the thick of it. Ooh, breathtaking adventure. We need something for maybe over here. And I'd like to get something small down there. Let's see. Everybody's week going good so far? I know everybody's tired. It's a Wednesday and it's late. Okay. We've got the way it ought to be. Which, being in nature if you can be is a good thing. Not everybody can get out there. Oops. Da, 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 da. Need just a couple of little small things. Not anything big. Why are these all upside down? What did you do, Amy? Da, 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 da. Okay, so we've got Find Adventure. Very nice. No takers. Uh-oh. Less and less all the time. People aren't doing print ads as much anymore, I bet. This is kind of a shame because you might have the field all to yourself, so to speak, Let's see. I like something kind of tiny up here, like Joy or. Let's see. Gonna have a little something in here. Found a bunch of alphabet letters. A whole bunch of alphabet letters. Okay, we've got the word dream. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. Okay, we do need to do a little trimming. And when mound roots are cut, folk, they must getting paper. That's not a bad deal, actually. Used to love to read the paper. That's a nice, satisfying morning thing to do. Because I don't really like the TV in the morning, like all the news shows and stuff. It's a lot of noise. The newspaper's just quiet and rustly. It's very nice. Plus, for, I guess, people my age and around my age, it has kind of a nostalgia feel to it, right? Might remind you of your parents or your grandparents. Let's see if we can even this sucker out a little bit. It's got a little bit of wonky edges. Okay. I think we just come here. Come here, you. Yeah. I don't think I could do it every day anymore, but I used to love the Sunday paper. And I read it for years and years. Now, with it such a tiny budget, it's just not a luxury I can afford. Someday, though, I'll go back to it. Hopefully, they'll still have newspapers then. I don't like reading the newspaper online. I know a lot of people do. I prefer the actual newspaper. The way it ought to be. I think that just needs to be trimmed just a tiny little bit. Just on that one area. And that's fine, the weight. Okay, I think we got it. We're going to attempt to ink a little bit. And then we're going to glue some stuff down. Oh, nice. You know, I love the maps and the brochures. They're fun. We pick them up when we go on Scaventure. I'm going to be running some 16-hour days here because if I'm not caught up, I cannot go. I also need to put together another 2 or 3 small sales or one really big sale. Because I'm trying to stay ahead of my expenses and not necessarily getting there. Because I still have to buy dye, and I'm almost out of my 24-pound paper, so I'm going to have to break down and order that. You know, they didn't have it for a bunch of months. It just wasn't available, the pack I normally buy. And I try not to use inkjet printer paper because it's got kind of a shiny coat on it, which I don't necessarily, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't prefer it. Right? I'm a little bit scared of the power sprayer now. Stop spraying the yard. It was just so funny. It's the things, you know, you say in the heat, in the moment, that seem like a good idea. We're inking some edges. I watched a Nicole Relax Cut Glue video today, and I'm going to put that right there. And she was collaging with a DigiKit, which I see more and more people doing. I use DigiKits sometimes, but I don't really do like whole collages with them. I know Gail Agostinelli does. Natasha at Treasure Books does. And I've seen a smattering of other people doing it. Not exclusively, but on the regular. Okay. Now we need a piece of paper and a glue stick. Hey, Els. Yes, great, it's raining. But I happen to be live, and when you told me before I was getting ready to go live, man, the rain's got to work around my schedule. It doesn't rain when I have time to go out there, but the minute I'm busy, rain. And I already missed some days this week, so I didn't want to miss tonight. I'll be live again tomorrow night about the same time. following Rosemary, you know. I try not to be live at the same time she is, because I like to watch her videos. Well, her lives. She doesn't really do videos. Ooh, nice. Thank you, Janie. That would be very sweet. Yeah. Well, and she talks about Sherman and her editing. You know, she does her editing in a way that makes it fun. And it allows her to work, you know, the way she does her videos allows her to work around her fibromyalgia. So that's awesome, right? It's good when you can engage in an activity that works around your quirks and needs. Well, aren't you just rubbing it in? You could just not tell me that. No, you got to be bitchy about it and tell me all the things I missed. Not cool, man. Not cool. Try and get quite a bit of glue stick on this portion because this is very thick. It's off the cover of a magazine. Because sometimes they have great words on them. It does make them a little harder to glue down, though. Right? I love Christy Biddleston. She has got a crazy, awesome sense of humor. And she's just so talented. And her family's so sweet, you know? That's like hashtag family goals if you're that age, you know? Great kid, great husband. Okay, and I think this is the last word. I think we have the last word, guys. Nice. Okay, let's put that like right down here. Okay, let's let that dry. Let's glue all over the back of it, and there is our whole 2-page collage. Yeah, she really is. She's kind of the whole package, and then you bring the sense of humor. Like that's awesome. Sometimes she pops off with stuff, and I'm like, ooh. There are so many awesome ladies, though, in the crafting community, I gotta say. No shortage of amazing people who are talented and funny and easy to watch and make great videos. Our own Els hits a lot of those buttons. She does great tutorials. All right. I'm looking at it in the in the camera because that's how I like to decide if I like it or not. Got a few crooked things going on, but it wouldn't be a neat collage if it wasn't a little bit. This one's a little crooked. I see it now. That's okay though. Let's see if I look at it this way. It doesn't look so bad from here, but you can see the crookedness. This piece is crooked too. That's okay. This is a fun activity. It's gluing and not thinking and just having a good time. So, I don't know if Julie is still in here, but we'll show the book just in case. So it's a single signature, but I made a spine, and so it's hefty. Hefty, hefty, hefty. It's an odd size because we upcycled it out of a cover. Let's see. So it's 8.5 by a little under, just a smidge under, like two ticks under 12 inches. I put the end papers in upside down. It's reinforced with some bright, fun, sunny fabric. And it's made out of all upcycled stuff. So some ledger pages, some book covers from books that I disassembled to use for various things. A couple of them were given to me. Mostly this is paint and ledger pages because they were white. You know, I can't bear white. Again, we, upcycling the covers from mostly children's books, but I'll use any book cover that comes along. And we just smooshed on paint because I cannot abide a white anything. Yeah, there's no kits going on here. Another book cover. Now these will get gesso because it's shiny. And it'll need gesso for stuff to stick to it good. There's our first collage we did. We really haven't got very far into this book. But we'll use it for probably a couple of summers. There's the middle of our signature. So let's look at how many pages I think we put in 15 pages if I remember right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's 14. Plus the front and back covers that we have to cover up because they put them on upside down. There's our middle, and then we're just going back the other way with the same thingamabobbers. We can make these into pockets and add some additional space for collages that we can slide into the pockets, or we can fold it out and work on it, whatever we feel like. We play a lot of it by ear, and we totally, like, the audience, you guys in the box chose some of the colors. Sometimes we just blindly reached and we went with what we grabbed. Yeah, sure. We're almost through and then this one has, like, it says front, but the tab is in the back. I'm a crazy person. So this is the back. It's this was the back of that really big. I got watercolor paper, and the front of the pad was lifting away. So I just folded it in half and made the spine, which is a single. So as you can see, it's just a single signature. It's reinforced with this fun yellow fabric. We collaged all over the front of it and sealed it with Mod Podge. Then there's the inside cover. And the end papers are upside down. That's the thing I did. So we may pick a big image to put here, or we may put a pocket and another thing. We'll get to it when we get to it. And this is just some scrapbooking paper. So, but I love to, so it was a big flat sheet when we started. Actually a little bit longer than this. I cut it down some, and we took up some room making the spine. Thanks, Jules. So that's it that we have for tonight. I love a big glue book. You guys know. For Scraps of Joy, though, you guys know that I use a variety of smaller, and when I do the Scraps of Joy stuff, we use all kinds. We've used one smaller than this. We've used some a little bit bigger than this, and we just have fun with it. I love all kinds of collage, and I like to make books from upcycled stuff. So we have been on for an hour and 21 minutes, you guys. It is 9:26, which means 10, 11, and 12:30 across the country. Let's let some of you ladies get to bed. Look at our Fox notepad. Put my ruler away in a safe place, because later I'll be like, where did I put that ruler? I will be live again tomorrow night. I'm not sure what we're doing. Maybe some more summer glue booking, since we haven't. I will do my best. If you remind me to show the books, I would be happy to. Bye, Janice. Get some good rest, girl. And sell those ads. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys bring me such joy coming in here and spending time with me, and I hope I can give a little bit back to you. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you guys the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye. Do not water the yard. Yeah, stop spraying the yard. Don't do it. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. That is the end for tonight. The end. Bye, Janie.